All right, Anthony, the comedian. How's it going? This is Alexander Farmer, the podcast host. We're happy to have you on here and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I want to start off by just saying thank you for asking me to be a guest. I do really appreciate it, and I really fuck with the concept of what you're doing. I think this is pretty cool. I'm 25 years old. I like to do stand-up and create skits, and eventually I'm trying to gradually make my way into going into like TV and movies and like get into like the writing and directing aspects of it. But fun fact about me, I'm a picky eater. I don't really be fucking with too much fruit or vegetables.
Tell a joke.
If a Down syndrome person is holding a gun, what is the action described as? Ups and downs.
I have a brother with Down syndrome. I'm just kidding, bro. That was hilarious. Who's your favorite comedian? Mine is Anthony Jeselnik.
My favorite comedians are Rodney Dangerfield, Dave Chappelle, Kay and Peele, Daniel Tosh, and a funny motherfucker to throw in this circle, I'm going to say Rob Dyrdek, because he is just funny as fuck.
People that are going to your stand-up show, what are some things that they might expect or prepare for? Kill Tony is hilarious, dude. The Shane Gillis Trump versus Biden one has me on the floor every single time. Do you find it difficult to carve out a niche for yourself and your own brand of comedy, or does it come pretty naturally / with experience?
My bad, brother. Dude, what I tell people to expect when you come to my shows a lot of time, like, I'm testing material for the first time, and apart from that, it's like my favorite comedy is like Kill Tony. Like, when you go on there, like, you never know what you're gonna hear, you know, like, there's people from all over the world, and it's really special, like, when you have someone that has that confidence and being able to go up there and, you know, turn an uncomfortable situation into something that's like really funny. And for me personally too, like, I'm more of like a storytelling comic. Like, I like to go up there and tell stories and bullshit like an old Italian. So, like, you know, I like to do a little bit of both, of like walking the line and kind of mixing it in with some storytelling. I'll be honest, I think when it comes specifically to, you know, my style of comedy, I feel like there's a lot of comics out there that have already paved the way in so many different ways. One of the biggest things for me is just making sure that I'm original with everything I do and just having fun with it. Because I feel like all these comedians that really took off really did just have fun with it. And that's the biggest thing. It's like when you go to a comedy show, you want to enjoy it. I will say my style of comedy, I feel like, is like a dying form. Like, there's not too many comics that I see nowadays that really go into like actually like really trying to push the envelope, and also too, and do it in a way to where it's, you know, it's entertaining. Like, when it comes to storytelling, you know, that's one of the biggest aspects and why Chappelle was so good, because he would be giving you life lessons, but then also too make you laugh your ass off.
You talked about wanting to get into movies and things like that later down the line. What are some things that you're actively doing to pursue that, to chase that dream?
It's creating the right team, it's having the vision, it is getting the repetitions and putting yourself in roles that, you know, might feel uncomfortable, but you learn a lot doing them. Like, for me, like, constantly I have to cast people for stuff that I want to do. I want to build networks to be able to get people in videos easier. But at the same time, like, when I first started off with this, like, I didn't know who wanted to do what, who was comfortable with what, and, like, as time goes on, it's like you learn more and more. But one of the biggest beliefs I have is, like, you don't need a big company to back you to be successful in TV or movies. One of my favorite references for this is is The Big Les Show on YouTube. That dude created a full animated show just off Microsoft Paint. And it's actually fucking pretty good. Like, it's funny as hell. He does all the voice acting himself. But it really makes me think, like for an example, if you know the equipment around you and you can figure out a way to get it, from there, all you have to do is just create it at that point. And then what's the biggest thing that companies do for these creators that they don't do themselves? It's market it and put it out there and get it on. Like, when there's this one ad right now, it's going around for the Michael Jackson movie on Stars. And it's funny because I always see it in my reels, but that's because it's backed by that network and they're constantly promoting it. When you see smaller artists, you know, putting stuff out or putting short films out, they don't put the capital behind them to literally give it the chance to actually be its own thing and to grow. So for me, you know, it's really just making sure whenever I do something, you know, I feel like I'm either gaining that experience or I feel like I'm already kind of doing it in some form. It's just I'm not doing it to the extent that I want to right now because I'm still in that like weird growth stage, if that makes sense.